So every night I go to bed early. Not because I sleep, because I don't really sleep. I go into my big mind and I do a lot of work. Um, Basically, I have my earth job that I do every day, take care of my kids, and then at night I do my bigger job, um, which to me is more important than any earth job that I do. Yeah, I need money to buy things and survive here, but it's not why I was created. I wasn't created just to come here to amass a bunch of money or be successful in some job. It wasn't my was not my mission at all. My mission was made very clear to me years ago. Um, when God spoke to me, God speaks to me quite a bit, but this particular moment, anyone that has ever heard the voice of God understands the understanding. It's just crystal clear. It's a message within a message within a message, and it's not just talking or listening or hearing or feeling. It's literally becomes ingrained in everything you are. It becomes you. And when God spoke to me in that moment, it became so amazingly clear what I had to do. Although I had no idea what that was going to entail. And it also opened a lot of, questions, but it also made a lot of things in my life. It helped me to understand why the things happened to me the way that they did. I understood. And so I came here to undo the old cycle, the old pattern, the old universe, which was created in polarity with hate and fear overriding love. It created a victim predator cycle, an empath narcissist cycle, a fear faith cycle, and fear has been dominating that cycle for eons. And we can see that today, that we live in a fear-based reality that's dominated by masculine men who are literal narcissistic tyrants. They're little boys throwing temper tantrums because they don't get what they want, and they think women are property and that we're less than them, and they take from the feminine. Now, that's not true in all cases. I'm not saying that it's the end all be all. But the mass majority, if you are aware and awake of the reality of what we live in, you'll see that there is immense truth there. Well, where did it start? Where did it come from? Does anybody ever ask those questions? Like, do you think it was just one human or two humans that decided, hey, this is the way that things are going to be? Are we that naive, or are humans that naive to believe that they are the only entities in the universe? That they're the only minds that have any power or control out there? That's absolutely naive, in my opinion, if you believe that. And I can tell you from my own experience, because of who I am and what I do, that this pattern started way before time. And it's been going on for many, many cycles. This is not the first time. There's been moments where there have been attempts to try to fix it, like in the days of Egypt. I've talked about that in a previous video, where the two firstborns that were made to create the universe, where they came back together during the time of Egyptians and they lived as gods, Rashael and Namina, look it up. They were supposed to reconcile their differences then. They were supposed to unite then. They were supposed to come back together and fix this shit and start over. Create a new universe, created in love, divine love, in which God willed from the beginning. But it didn't happen. They failed. They failed and the cycle repeated, and it just got worse. The masculine attempts to dominate the feminine to take. They're an empty shell. And then the feminine falls into the trap of, I'm a victim, poor me, I can't get out, whatever, and slips into apathy. And there we go, repeating a merry-go-round over and over and over again of hell. Like, truly, look around you and ask yourself, is there one person that you know that completely lives their life fully in their conscious aware power every moment of every day and lives in bliss and lives in awareness and lives in consciousness? No. Why? Because in order to heal, when you heal something, you have to go to the root of the problem. Like when somebody has cancer, for instance, and I go to heal them, I don't listen to the excuses or the pills or the things that they're taking, the radiation. No, I go to the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is at some point in their life, they had some sort of belief. It's usually rooted in I am a victim. And then from there, that belief becomes entangled with more beliefs, and then it becomes patterns, and then it becomes programming, then it becomes conditioning, and then what once was a thought, bound together with a bunch of emotions and repeating that thought and increasing it, becomes mastized or materialized into some type of sickness. You want to fix people? You got to get to the root of the problems. You want to fix the human race? We'll just start there. You want to fix the human race? You think throwing money at them? Does that change the way they think? No. Providing them with support, does that change the way that they think? No. You have to change the belief systems. Well, yeah, okay, you change one person's belief system. Do you change the entire belief system for that human? No. Because that human is tied to a soul, which has a whole bunch of other belief systems that have evolved over time. Who's fixing the soul? And then that soul is tied to an angel, and that angel created that soul. Who's fixing the angel's belief systems? And then the real question is where did this all begin? Somebody once had a belief that I am a victim, or I am a predator, and I'm going to prey on that victim. Or I'm going to take whatever I want. See, these beliefs began long time ago. And until those beliefs get undone, unwound, uncreated, fixed, until you go to the root of the issue and fix it, the universe will never change. The souls, the angels will never change. The souls will never change. The material plane will never change. That is not how manifestation works. You don't manifest something here in the material plane instantly. There isn't one person that has the ability to do that. Why not? Because somewhere in their belief system, they believe they cannot do it. Well, where did that start? Did it start with themselves? Maybe their parents, maybe their grandparents, maybe their great-grandparents. Maybe it's within their entire race. Maybe it's within the entire human race. Maybe it goes even further than that in the soul, and so on and so forth. So one of the things that I've been working on for a very long time is going back to the root, the source, from the feminine perspective, and undoing every freaking belief that I can find that is not in alignment with source, untangling this massive web, this wind up web. Looked like a giant yarn ball of twisted beliefs and crap. But the one thing I have realized is that God created two. God creates everything in twos in balance. Everything is balanced. The universe is always balanced. The only reason why it went out of balance is because of beliefs and actions and thoughts and feelings. But as I do my part and unwind and become more conscious, more aware, grow bigger, create massive change within myself and the universe and others, I realize I can't do it myself. Yeah, I can create massive change on the feminine ladder because I am the embodiment of the divine feminine. And I have been working for years since God told me my mission to save him, save the world. So I have been working for years dealing with the most evil, narcissistic tyrants that are in bodies here on this planet, trying to get them to wake up and see that love is the answer. That if you just love me, truly love me, you'll have everything. The world, the universe, all of it. But greed gets in the way, power struggles, fighting, need for power and control and dominance. And I patiently wait. And the next masculine comes into my life, and another lesson, another healing for myself too. I've had to grow out of victim mentality. I've had to stand and embody and integrate and pull back my power. I've had to balance the scales between the masculine and the feminine because I gave away my power to the masculine and empowered him because I was so in love with him that I didn't see all the red flags, the signs. I had rose-colored glasses on. I didn't see the narcissistic, evil, abusive behavior. That I made every excuse in the book. But I make no more excuses, not for myself either. I am fully aware of my part in the process. That's why I fixed my part. I'm just looking forward to the day where a divine masculine steps up, who's ready for me, that we can recreate this whole thing over again in love and see a new earth emerge in a new universe. And I feel that that's getting close because, as I was stating from the beginning, when I go to bed, I don't fall asleep. I work. I work in the multiple layers out there and the bigger me, and healing the universe, healing him. And one of the things I experienced last night was the opening of consciousness, the opening of the flower, which is the feminine. And when the feminine starts to root into her power, when she finds a masculine that actually loves her, truly 100% loves her, it opens up her flower. It adds light to her flower. It fertilizes her flower. And then from there, she connects into her intuition and into the material plane and realizes that that love can flow through to everything. And I sent out a beacon, many beacons throughout this planet to many individuals who I will meet soon, who will have the same drive and desire as myself, and it will help me along this mission. And I look forward to meeting all of you. And I look forward to meeting the masculine, that whatever body you come in, when you're ready, it doesn't matter. It's all about the energy. Because I love you. I always have, I always will. And the two will eventually come back together and realize they're one and the same, although they are different. I am the divine masculine, or divine feminine, you are the divine masculine. Yes, we are whole within ourselves, but it takes a divine masculine and a divine feminine to create. It takes a masculine and a feminine to create life. You cannot create a baby. You cannot create a baby by yourself. You just can't. You can't create the universe by yourself. And I hope soon I will meet you. And we will join, and our energies will join, and we will remember who we truly are and reset everything the way that it was supposed to be from the beginning. And I look forward to that moment. Many blessings.